Welcome to the CEO Camper Podcast, where we talk about being a badass CEO in business and life, but also getting out into nature more and making it really easy. I'm your host, Jessica Ryder, a 14-year veteran of camping and have 16 years of business driving teams and companies to purposeful growth under my belt. I am here to help you get out into nature, reset yourself so you can continue to be that badass CEO. So let's dive in to the CEO Camper Podcast. All right, we're going to get pretty serious today, so buckle up. I'm asking you a really tough question. Do you even feel like running your business anymore? Take a second and really think about that. Think about 2020 and the stress that came to you. Or you know what, maybe 2020 was your best year, and if it was, kudos. I learned a hell of a lot in 2020, being my first year in business as an entrepreneur. I learned, oh my God, like just so many things with that. But maybe you're beat down. Maybe 2020 was way too much for you. I don't know. But do you even feel like running your business anymore? And for some people, they're at the low of the low and like they're done. I mean, I feel for the restaurant industry because I saw an ad the other day for a restaurant that was literally hiring for every position. General manager, shift leaders, servers, bartenders, hostesses, back of house. Like they were literally hiring for every position. And I thought, good God, to be that business owner right now. And I actually think that was a nicer restaurant here in St. Louis that was owned, there's a couple other restaurants that these people own. And I'm just thinking, good night. If you own 3 or 4 restaurants and you can't find workers, like what are you going to do? Right. And so I know there are a lot of people out there that are questioning whether they even really want to continue to run their business. And for some, after 2020, they just feel disconnected. I've seen that too with talking to people. They're disconnected from why they started the business in the first place. Or maybe the reason that they started the business was to just make money. Like they didn't actually have a passion for it. They're just looking for that money. They're looking to buy the Lamborghini or do whatever they think that the money's going to bring them. So they're completely disconnected from a vision around the business. So I want to just touch on a little bit today why you feel disconnected and how you can recharge, and then how to conquer your brain, right? So why you feel so disconnected from your business, in a lot of ways what I see is you never really had a true vision for serving people. Those business leaders that truly want to serve people, whatever their widget is, they're going to serve people with their widget. They are typically always connected to their passion, or they know how to get back to that passion. They know how to reconnect with their business. That's why sometimes you see, the CEOs or whatever, they'll go work the front line at, cashier or whatever their business is. They'll go work the front line just to reconnect to that customer, just to go, this is why I continue to do this. And until you do that, you don't realize that you have just pulled yourself so far out being the CEO and looking at things from, 100 different perspectives, because you have so many things on your head that you've never actually just continued to build that whatever system in place for you to constantly reconnect to the reason you started this business in the first place. Now, if you started the business just to start flipping shit and make money, well, then you're probably never connected. You're connected to very selfish things and probably not serving others. I'm not saying buying Lamborghinis is bad. I'm just saying that if that's all you want to do, you're drop shipping on Amazon, or you're flipping this, or you're flipping that. I don't know. I think there's some people that do it for cash purposes to then funnel into a service-based business. Cool. that's awesome. Like that you do you, no judgment here. But like there's so many of the online people that I see that I'm like, are you kidding me? That's not a business. I don't even call my business a business. It's like a side hobby at this point, right? But if you are feeling disconnected, I obviously I'm going to tell you to get into nature. First and foremost, get into nature. Figure it out. Sit, listen, try to understand why you're feeling disconnected. And is it simply just because you need to connect back to the customer a little bit? Connect back to why you're doing it in the first place? If yes, then make time in your schedule to do that. Make time in your schedule to call like 3 or 4 clients and just ask them how the service was. Let them build you back up to go, yep, okay, got it. I'm connected back to why I'm doing this. I'm going to keep pushing forward. The other thing is, that's a pretty simple way to recharge. Like I said, get out into nature can help you recharge. Getting away from it for, I don't know why the word hot minute's been on my vocabulary for the last week, but like just getting away from your business for a hot minute. Maybe it's a weekend, maybe it's a week. Just get away, turn it off. I would love to say go camping. I would love to tell you, figure out a place to go and just, decompress. Make sure that this is still the track that you want to be on. And then when you come back, you can make those different decisions if you need to figure out how to sell or what have you. If this is not your gig anymore, you can absolutely go do something else. I mean, people reinvent themselves all the time. Take the opportunity and do it. And then the last thing I want to mention, just, in this talk, I guess, as we're just chatting about why you might be feeling like you don't even want to run your business anymore, is never being able to turn your brain off. And this is really tricky because I don't actually believe that you can ever turn your brain off. If you are a true entrepreneur, if you are a true business leader, if you're running multiple things, you never turn your brain off. I mean, this is no joke, but like, how many business leaders tell me, oh, I come up with good ideas in the shower. I'm like, we all come up with good ideas in the shower. Like, it's just, you can never turn your brain off. But what I like to do is turn my brain down. So I'm not going to stop my brain from thinking about good ideas and then being able to jot those down in my phone or notes or, a journal or something. Like, I never want to turn my brain off, because if I turn my brain off, like I could be blocking it from a really good idea. So if I turn it down instead and start really focusing on, okay, here, I am here to relax and recharge, or I am here to just make these 10 phone calls to my customers so I can reconnect, that's going to spark some creativity where you're not having to constantly have that side of your brain where you're worried about the finance and you're worried about making payroll and you're worried about all these things that's just constantly negative in your head. Turn that shit down and go do something that is going to channel some more positive, like calling clients, like getting out into nature, like recharging, things like that, that you can turn the volume up on that stuff, completely recharge yourself. And again, like I said, come back and figure out if this business is still what you want to do. I know that there's so many business owners out there that are they're done. They're spent. I know a poor guy here in St. Louis that owns a franchise, and he was doing amazing before COVID. COVID hit, it destroyed him. He tried selling the franchise and he could not. So he's still stuck in it. And I feel horrible for him. And things are starting to turn around, and I think that they will for him, but still, like, he was just defeated. He was so defeated. So if you're feeling that way, take a couple steps back, take a trip, get out into nature, do some listening, and figure out what it's going to look like going forward. As always, like, I'm here if you have questions, if you want to just bounce some ideas off. I'm happy to do a virtual coffee with you. I don't have like a coaching program or charge or do any of that crap. I don't have that. Shoot me a DM on Instagram or, find me on Facebook or whatever. All the links will be in the show notes. And guys, I'm just to bounce stuff off of, I'm happy to do it. So thank you for your ears today. Thank you for listening to me babble about why you feel so disconnected from your business and what you can do to get connected back to it. And I appreciate you. If you want to share this, please do. And I will catch you next time. Thank you for listening today. As you can tell, I am pretty passionate about business, camping, and balancing them both in my daily life. If you want to connect with me more, I included all the links in the show notes, including my camping brand pull-through sites, my personal pages, and also a really quick questionnaire to figure out how I can help customize your camping experience. I appreciate you, and I hope you got something out of the show today. If you did, please share this with someone else who needs to hear it, and leave a review. If you leave a review, I'll send you a free copy of my book, How Camping Saved My Life: The Journey from Hospital Bed to Nature. Thanks again. Talk soon.